When a tennis player violates a rule or fails to follow the sport's strict code of conduct, officials can issue warnings, deduct points or games, and, in extreme cases, disqualify the player entirely. Tennis is often seen as a gentleman's game, yet the sport has witnessed unforgettable meltdowns from its biggest stars. Across the ATP and WTA tours, players have been fined heavily for angry outbursts, racket abuse, confrontations with officials, lack of effort, and fierce arguments over line calls. These incidents have produced some of the most staggering penalties the sport has ever seen. Now, here are the top 10 biggest fines in tennis history, 2025 edition. Like this video, subscribe to Anything Trend, and turn on notifications to support our work and keep the best stories from the world of tennis coming your way. Here are 10 of the biggest fines in tennis history. At number 10, John McEnroe, $17,500, 1987 U.S. Open. John McEnroe's temper was legendary long before modern tennis even embraced microphones on court. At the 1987 U.S. Open, during a tense third-round match against Slobodan Živojinovic, McEnroe clashed repeatedly with the chair umpire. His tirade included verbal abuse and racket smashing, leading to a $17,500 fine, massive for that era, and a 2-month suspension. It became one of the first major financial punishments tied to on-court behavior, setting the tone for future disciplinary standards. At number 9, Fabio Fognini, $27,500, Wimbledon, 2014. Fabio Fognini has never been a stranger to controversy, and Wimbledon 2014 was one of his most expensive moments. Across multiple warnings and outbursts, he accumulated fines for unsportsmanlike conduct, abusive language, and visible obscenities. The total hit $27,500, announced shortly after his first-round win. It wasn't his first clash with officials, and certainly not his last, but it remains one of the most memorable. At number 8, Daniil Medvedev, $42,500, U.S. Open 2025. The 2025 U.S. Open delivered one of the most dramatic flashpoints of Medvedev's career. In a tense first-round loss to Benjamin Bonzi, a photographer stepping onto the court disrupted play, leading to a controversial replay of Bonzi's second serve. Medvedev erupted, confronting the umpire with a series of heated remarks that stopped the match for nearly 6 minutes. He was fined $30,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct and $12,500 for racket abuse, $42,500 in total, nearly 40% of his first-round earnings. At number 7, Jeff Tarango, $43,756, Wimbledon, 1995. In 1995, Jeff Tarango delivered one of the most unbelievable exits in tennis history. After accusing the chair umpire of corruption, he stormed off the court mid-match, shocking the Wimbledon crowd. The All England club responded swiftly with a $43,756 fine, cementing Tarango's place in tennis folklore as one of the sport's most volatile personalities. At number 6, Bernard Tomic, $56,500, Wimbledon 2019. Bernard Tomic's fine at the 2019 Wimbledon Championships wasn't for anger, it was for lack of effort. After losing his first-round match to Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in under an hour, tournament officials ruled that he had not played up to professional standards. As a result, Tomic forfeited his entire $56,500 prize money. He appealed the decision but ultimately lost, marking one of the most controversial fines in tennis history. At number 5, David Nalbandian, $69,910, Queen's Club, 2012. In the 2012 Queen's Final, David Nalbandian held a set lead, but exploded after losing a break point in the second. He kicked an advertising board which broke and caused a minor injury to a nearby line judge. Nalbandian was immediately defaulted, forfeiting $57,350 in prize money and receiving an additional $12,560 fine. The total, $69,910. It remains one of the rare moments a final ended not with match point, but with a disqualification. At number 4, Serena Williams, $82,500. US Open, 2009. In one of the most infamous moments in tennis history, Serena Williams received a foot fault call at a critical moment in her semifinal against Kim Clijsters. Furious and under pressure, she directed a heated outburst toward the line judge, resulting in an immediate point penalty that ended the match. The USTA handed her a record $82,500 fine. Serena apologized afterward, but the moment remains etched in US Open history. At number 3, Nick Kyrgios, $113,000. Cincinnati Open 2019. Nick Kyrgios has built an entire reputation around on-court unpredictability, and Cincinnati 2019 was his peak. During a fiery second-round match against Karen Khachanov, Kyrgios racked up multiple violations, verbal abuse toward the umpire, and destruction of several rackets. In total, he was fined $113,000. It set a new record at the time and only solidified his bad boy tag on the ATP Tour. At number 2, Frances Tiafoe, $120,000. Shanghai Masters 2024. Frances Tiafoe made headlines for all the wrong reasons at the 2024 Shanghai Masters. Furious over a time violation at a decisive moment in a final set tiebreak, he launched a profanity-filled rant at umpire Jimmy Pino Argote. The ATP hit Tiafoe with 2 separate $60,000 fines, one for verbal abuse, one for aggravated behavior. His apology afterward didn't reduce the amount, and the $120,000 total stands as one of the steepest fines ever issued. And at number 1, Novak Djokovic, $267,500. US Open 2020. The biggest fine in tennis history belongs to Novak Djokovic. During his 2020 US Open fourth-round match, Djokovic struck a ball in frustration, accidentally hitting a line judge. Though unintentional, the action led to his immediate disqualification. He forfeited $250,000 in prize money and additional fines of $10,000 for the violation, and $7,500 for skipping his press conference, brought the total to $267,500, the highest penalty the sport has ever seen. These fines not only highlight the emotional intensity of tennis, but also remind players that the sport demands discipline as much as skill. Thank you for watching this countdown of the top 10 biggest fines in tennis history. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to Anything Trend, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful sports story. Stay tuned, more eye-opening content is on the way.